How are we doing, YouTube? It's your friendly gamer SmartEntity here. Welcome to another episode of Specialized build. So today we're going to have another look at Trinity. Now Trinity, without a doubt, is the frame that I do the most specialized build on, just because the devs change Trinity so often. To be fair, there haven't been a recent change, but there was a change where Blessing can now be recast over and over again. That happened a while back, and I haven't done a build since then. And with a new changing with Warframe slot mechanic, I thought it's time to tackle another Trinity build. Now, previously we have, like I said, a lot of iterations, and there's a lot of, I guess, controversy as far as what is the best build to go with each iteration. But currently, this is the ultimate build, I would say, for in-game tower gameplay. So let's jump right into it. Alrighty, so to look at the build, we do have a lot of survivability on this build. So we're looking at vitality, rage, and quick thinking. Intensify now is an absolute must because it does benefit Energy Vampire a lot, and let me be honest, Energy Vampire is actually half the reason you're using Trinity now. Because Blessing can now be recast over and over again before the timer runs out, we do want duration on there with narrow-minded on Constitution. You can definitely use Continuity instead of Constitution. Continuity gives you 30% power duration. Constitution is 28, but it does give you that plus 40% knockdown recovery. Most of the time, you won't actually notice a difference between the two, but I generally like to run with Constitution. We have flow in there. Obviously, the purpose of flow is to obviously bank the Energy Vampire energy, as well as give you a bit more buffer to activate Blessing while you are using Rage. And finally, we have Streamline in there for that energy efficiency. Not that Trinity needs it. The main purpose for Streamline in there is because when you are at very high level gameplay, and especially the fact that Rage and Quick Thinking is not very efficient, you do risk running out of energy very fast while Quick Thinking is activated. So Streamline just gives you that additional buffer to allow you to activate Blessing. Now I do want to quickly mention the fact I have Rage and Quick Thinking on here. The purpose is to basically keep you alive and utilize Energy Vampire. The purpose is not for you to purposely activate Blessing while on 2 HP. Doing that, though is effective, is way too risky, and at 60-minute survival, or 60-minute plus for that matter, is way too risky, and you will not be able to accomplish it every time, even with Link activated. So that's why just activate Blessing, ASAP as often as you like. Do not worry about activating Blessing when you're on 2 HP. And so all that aside, obviously Constitution and Continuity is there to benefit Link and not Blessing. Activating and benefiting Blessing is a bonus, but we do want Link in there to obviously benefit Trinity survival. Alrighty, we'll jump into some gameplay now. Okay, so we're in a T3 Exterminate here, and we're going to do a bit of passive gameplay, so hopefully we can get a cluster of enemies here and there. So yeah, we'll just quickly get rid of this guy to get some energy. Okay, now I have a pretty much full bank, and now let's find a cluster of enemies. Hopefully I have a gunner in there somewhere. Okay, these guys will have to do for now. So I'm just gonna stay here. Obviously we're quite low level. Shield is going down, not that fast, but you can definitely see it. If we activate Link, which is over here, I'll just activate Blessing. So once Link is activated, obviously the damage reduction is much slower. Now we are just facing level 32-ish enemies, to be fair, so when you are at 60 minutes, it'll go down much faster. But as I always say, this is much easier for me to demonstrate how a Warframe works. So while Link is activated, you're taking minimal damage. It takes almost forever for them to kill you. And of course, once you are low, you just activate Blessing, which will give you full HP. Obviously, don't forget, you can always activate Energy Vampire to get additional energy, but when you activate Blessing, you get full health. When they damage you on health, Rage will work and you get energy back. And obviously once you at 2 health or no health, Quick Thinking will jump in. And again, you can use Quick Thinking to survive, and of course you can activate Blessing again to get full health. So it's really an endless cycle. So yeah, so we're at 2 now, we can activate Quick Thinking. So as you can see, even versus level 32-ish enemies, energy drain is pretty fast. So that's what I was saying when I was saying I do not recommend waiting till you reach 2 HP then activating Blessing, because it's just too risky and honestly not really worth it. Alrighty, so the cycle again, of course, is you stand there, you activate Link to do overall damage reduction. Once you are low on HP, you activate Blessing. You should have more than enough energy because Rage will activate when you're low on HP, well, when you get HP deducted. And then when you're on 2 HP, Quick Thinking will activate to allow you to survive longer. And when you activate Blessing, you get 4 HP back, and the cycle goes over and over again. And if for any reason you are low on energy, activate Energy Vampire, and that'll give you so much energy back. Now, this pretty much mimics God Mode Trinity that we had a long time ago in low level gameplay. In high level gameplay, just because Blessing actually doesn't give you pure invulnerability, and Quick Thinking is not as efficient, you can die pretty fast still, so you really need to monitor your HP, your energy, and just hit that number 4, hit that number 2, and just go for it. Alrighty, so a final look at Trinity's, I guess, capability or hierarchy in the Warframe scale. So for low level, speed kills and whatnot, it have no utility in that whatsoever. So we're gonna give it a 1. Previously with Link, Blessing, Penta, so that was way back. It was the god of everything, and it would had a 10 on everything, probably except farming utility. But now, because it doesn't have that combo anymore, we'll give it a 1 for low level speed kill. High level utility, it's definitely up there. Even though it's not as good as it was before, it's still one of the best frames to have on your team. So we'll give it a 9 for high level gameplay. So we're looking at 60-minute plus T3, T4 survival. And as far as farming utility, it doesn't actually help. It got nothing basically. Speedrun, I've given it a 7 for speedrun. The main reason is, yes, it can't match things like Iron Skin or Rift Walk, but if you're looking at things like Deception, Nightmare Deception, right? Having Trinity's Blessing can from time to time actually help you out. Even with things like Rhino, Iron Skin, if you are in there and you're out of energy, no Iron Skin, Rhino just like any other frame with a bit of armor. While Trinity, you can still cast things like Energy Vampire and whatnot to get that energy back and give you that survivability. As far as subjective factors go, I've given it a 6. Mainly because Trinity is one of the few frames in this game that requires a little bit of skill during gameplay. Most of the skill associated with the game Warframe is to do with modding. Once you're in game, you just go trigger happy. But Trinity, like I was saying before, you need to actually monitor health, energy, and whatnot. So it does require a little bit of skill, and Trinity is one of the, I guess, more unique frames. So I'll give it a 6 for that. So overall, 4.8. Alright guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.